Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Chase Stargell with That's My Opinion Sports. It's November the 6th, and let's take a look at tonight's game between ninth ranked BYU and the 21st ranked Boise State Broncos. As pretty much BYU's Super Bowl tonight, and their last chance to really impress the pollsters and try to make one last jump towards the top of the rankings and hopefully seal up a New Year's Bowl bid. All right, and tonight is really it for BYU. This is what their whole season has been building towards. Um, you know, they've kind of really been the Cinderella for a lot of people this year, or at least the Cinderella team for 2020. Zach Wilson has played his way up to potentially a top 10 NFL draft pick, or at least projection as one, at least a first rounder anyway. He's just playing lights out. Should he decide to turn pro after the year, um, just a fantastic story, and he's played great. 19 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions on the year. The only problem is there has not been a lot of meat on the schedule due to them being an independent. A lot of their heavier games, obviously, with the Pac 12 and Mountain West opponents at first canceling the season, only rejoining till this week, but that left BYU without any opponents to play. So they had to go and find and throw together a pretty mediocre schedule for BYU standards. And while they must be commended for what they've done because they have really dominated everybody they have played, um, it's just not been up to snuff. Now, hey, they have played their way into the top 10. Um, they are 7-0, and they are dominating and really throttling every team they have played. But I would say the only real team that they've played with any merit would be Houston. And Houston in Dana Holgerson's second year um, is, I would say, actually not where he would want that program to be, and it's just not holding up uh, for BYU. So certainly when Boise and the Mountain West opted back into the season and being BYU being able to schedule this game, it was huge for them. So they need this. The only thing is, are they going to be 2020 tonight? Are they going to be the next team that's looking great and then all of a sudden step on a rake and bam, right to the face? It seems to happen every week to some team. Um, BYU has also never beat Boise at Boise. This is only the second time in the past decade that Boise State has been an underdog at home. The only other time they lost in 2018 to an undefeated team, Fresno State. So, I'm not saying BYU doesn't have a chance because they very much do, and they are also uh, they're a team more in rhythm. They've played more games together. They're a more cohesive team than Boise State. Also, you've kind of got a situation with Boise. You don't know whether Hank Bachmeier is going to be the quarterback or Jack Sayers. Um, although either one would do, especially after the way Sears played last week against Air Force. 20 of 17, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. Um, Boise's defense, though, which that Air Force offense is, that's something that can be a beast on its own for certain teams. Certainly nothing like what BYU will be running. Of course, against Utah State, Hank Bachmeier went 20 of 28, 268 yards and 3 touchdowns in their first week, winning 42-13. So either way, it's not going to be just a romp game for BYU. They're going to have to show. I don't think it really matters which quarterback you put on the field for Boise. I think it's going to be a tough physical matchup for BYU. Definitely the toughest matchup they have faced this so far this year. But at the end of the day, with Kalani's to take, what he's been able to build at BYU, I think this is what he's been building towards. I think the Cougars will get the win. Take advantage of the fact that this will be their 8th game as a team together. And I think Zach Wilson, a former Boise commit, who he'll show why he chose to go to BYU. And I think Boise will move, BYU, excuse me, will move one step closer to that New Year's Day bid. And this will solidify that bid as they'll move to 8-0, and I think will really put the final nail in the coffin, barring some monumental letdown at the end of the year, and really solidify Zach Wilson's place in the first round of the NFL draft, and also what should solidify himself in New York, or at least his name in the top of the Heisman Trophy finalists, because what he's been able to do with this BYU offense is not just statistically wise, but also, as a leader, um, is really commendable, and just a really great story for what's been a really tough season and tough year all around. So hats off to the Cougars. Good luck. And either way, it should be a fun game to watch. But I think BYU will pull it out at the end and get the victory. Take one step closer towards that New Year's Day bowl.